basically questioning my integrity.
When you think that you know what the right decision is, you have to act on it.
What does Willie need to do? He needs to get out of here.
I'm Irish, we're stubborn.
Wonderful advantage, not making the playoffs 4 years in a row.
Gretzky scores, and the Los Angeles Kings defeat the Maple Leafs.
Running with the puck, running the shot, he scores! Tips in front, taking the set, puck up free, score! Is bouncing into the net.
Back to Freddie Carlo, and it's tipped! My fourth line center strategy didn't work!
I'm not pussyfooting around like some guys.
This guy's such an idiot here.
All right, Toronto, we are back, and it's time for us to continue our Year 2 season simulation with your Toronto Maple Leafs after the big Year 1 blow-up where I sent pretty much everyone to a different team. At the beginning of the year, it was guys like Harold Bluetooth Anderson, Zach Hyman, and after the playoff run where we lost in the first round again to the Boston Bruins, this time in 5 games, I decided, you know what? The future is looking bright for these Toronto Maple Leafs. It's impossible to compare us to a team like Tampa or Boston or Colorado. You know, those teams, they have young talent, but they also have the superstar veterans. We're just not quite there. We're a step below a true contender. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't take a shot at the Stanley Cup, but I had to manage our assets the right way. So, older players like Brody and Muzzin, had to flip them. I didn't see a future with Rasmus Sandin, and I got a lot of crap from a lot of the YouTube and Twitch scouts about those trades. I got fleeced, apparently, trading Rasmus Sandin to Calgary. I don't agree with that assessment, but the only way to prove it is by having success in the playoffs. So we're going to just have to simulate ahead. I feel like this young Leaf squad has a very bright future and all the right pieces in place to grow the right players, but also have the high overall players in there to help out with the real-time simulation, okay? So what we have here is a 2-year window before we have to sign this man who's got 24 goals in 27 games played. We have a 2-year window, and now that I've made the trades, we have some cap space, we can make some moves. After those 2 years, we have to completely reshape the squad again because Matthews and Nylander more than likely are going to want like 13, 14 million, right? So yeah. It's a tough spot that Dubas put us in because we only have 2 years to get a cup with this roster before we have to reshape it, but we're not quite at the level that Tampa or Boston are at yet, right? So it's tough. I see what you guys are saying. I see about your complaints, but as long as I can manage this roster and all of these contracts, the future is looking bright. So long term now, we have Morgan Rielly and Timothy Liljegren signed for 8 seasons, or 7 seasons, sorry. That should be very good, both of those contracts when we have to re-sign our big guns. But then we have guys like Warren Foegele, Gavrikov, Grigorenko, Ethan Bear. We need these contracts to put alongside of the big guns, all right? But like I said, 2 years, and we're in the middle of year number 2. Everyone thought that our season would be far worse, but with a record of 18, 8, and 1, we should pretty much be on autopilot, all right? We have the Twitch scouts here with us. They've already helped me out with a few things. I want to show you guys a potential glitch in the edit line screen. But before we do that, we got some fan art, ladies and gentlemen, from the Twitch scouts. Look at this. Sam Steele, the newest member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So I needed to get a middle 6 center to really help the playoff real-time simulation when Tavares and Matthews aren't out there. Sam Steele is the third-line center of the future, and he, along with Puljujärvi, are on this 2-year plan because more than likely I will not be able to re-sign him when Matthews needs his extension, but for these next 2 years, I need somebody to really play well during the playoffs behind our top 2 lines, and Sam Steele is the guy. And after that, look at this! We have a story from the AHL. Breaking news! Marley forward Simeon Gruchinsev will be wearing a full cage for the rest of the 2021-2022 season after 2 broken noses. Oh my god. In the last video, when we simulated the year 2 season, this guy, our AHL prospect, whose last name I can't even pronounce, he broke his nose twice. So, to prevent a third broken beak, he is going to rock the cage for the rest of the year. So, thank you very much for the Twitch scouts and the fan art, ladies and gentlemen. But it is time to get back to year number 2. Now, we have the trade deadline upcoming. We should be on autopilot until then. If some injuries happen, we may make some trades, right? But this got pointed out to me at the end of the last video. If you go to 3-man penalty kill, right? Look at this. John Tavares underneath his name, beside his overall, says LD, which means left defenseman. Center for Morgan Rielly is down here. Somebody suggested, did these menus get screwed up? Is Morgan Rielly playing the center position, and that's why your penalty kill is so bad? So, look, you switch them. Now Morgan Rielly has the lefty, and John Tavares is in the center position. So, we couldn't tell whether or not this was a game glitch or so, I don't know why. Now the overall is changing from -3. It was at -2 before. Or if it's a menu glitch, right? But one of our Twitch scouts suggested go into Morgan Rielly's stats and see if he's won any face-offs. And he hasn't. He hasn't taken a single face-off. So I don't know if this is just an aesthetic glitch, if it's a menu glitch, what have you. We're just going to go with Tavares in that position and Matthews in that position, all right? But it would be interesting if that was the reason why our penalty kill was so poor. Our penalty kill is the worst in the NHL again, just like last season, right? So, yeah, man, we got to figure that stuff out. So our record 18-8-1. Like I said, we are on autopilot. We have just passed December 1st. So we have to wait till January 1st to offer some contract extensions to anybody who received a one-year deal. But there's one player on our team who actually, when we traded for him, had 2 years left. And when I was offering him a contract extension last year, he was asking for like $9 million. Jesse Puljujarvi, baby, our third liner. Now, his numbers have gone back down, which is nice, so I can now offer him a respectable contract. I can go 7 years, or 6 years actually, because that would match all the long-term contracts with everyone else. But he wants $6.1 million, right? So I want to show you guys what my strategy here is, all right? So here are all the big-time contracts for our team. 11.6 for Matthews, Tavares, Marner, and so on. Starting next year, again, we have the Rielly contract that's going to kick in at 8.750. And when you go long-term, we got Rielly and Liljegren for the next 7, Bear, Gavrikov, Foegele, and Grigorenko for the next 6, all right? Now, when does Matthews' contract come up? Let's see. This year, next year, the year after that, and bang. So we have this year and 2 more years with Austin Matthews before that big-time contract, all right? William Nylander is on the exact same contract window, if you will. So we have a big-time year and 2 seasons. So with Jesse Puljujarvi, we got him for this year. Why not sign him for another 2 seasons and then flip him when we got to have the Austin Matthews contract and the William Nylander contract? And the good thing about Puljujarvi, if I offer him a 2-year deal, he's still an RFA. So it's not like I have to give him 3 years to flip him. I could give him 2 years, maintain his rights, and then flip him. All right, that is absolutely perfect. And 2 years is actually not that much. He wants 4.350. I will give you 3.750 over 2 years. And he can be our third-line sniper. Use him on the power play for the next 2 seasons before we trade him to another team to go and be a first liner somewhere, all right? So, Puljujarvi, there you go, my man. I will try to offer you a contract. And other than that, we got everyone else signed. So this is what I mean about the contract situation here in Toronto. I have reshaped this squad, and we have the flexibility to make the moves that we want to improve ourselves going forward. All right, so other than that, we are pretty much on autopilot as long as we continue to win games. Let us go all the way to the trade deadline. I'm looking forward to another jam-packed trade deadline. I think we'll take it to the Detroit game. I want to see my assets, manage my trading block, and then we can take it from there, all right? So let's get back to the season simulation. Again, the story. Oh, hang on. Jesse Puljujarvi has re-signed, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. So for another 2 years, Puljujarvi is on the exact same contract length as Sam Steele. So you can expect that third line of Sam Steele, Puljujarvi, and perhaps somebody else that we can get. Mikheyev, if we can upgrade him into a power forward. All those third liners would be moved in 2 years, all right? But now the top 9 is starting to look a little bit nice. Good job, Puljujarvi. So, basically, the story of the simulation is whether or not I made the right decisions on the trades in the offseason. All right, blew it up. Guys like Muzzin, Brody's contract was spectacular. But Rasmus Sandin, a lot of people saying that I got fleeced by Calgary for Rasmus Sandin. Sandin could end up becoming a 90 overall player. Nicholas Robertson's been injured with a mild concussion. That's the AHL. I'm just going to replace player. Rasmus Sandin could become a good player, but there's no point I'm just going to keep replacing these AHL players. There's no point in holding on to an asset that you know doesn't have a future with your squad. I want to flip that player right away so that we can start winning. We already have Liljegren. We decided to hold on to Morgan Riley. So another two-way defender just doesn't work out. And Shillington is one of those younger offensive defensemen, or not younger, sorry, one of those lower overall offensive defensemen that I can get in there and I can maybe sign long-term at the beginning of next season. So hang on. I got a lot of injuries coming back. Let me just go past the game against Vegas. That's a loss against Edmonton. That is a win against Vegas. Whoa, the simulation went real quick there. And your Toronto Maple Leafs are 24-10-3. I told you, I know what I'm doing. You guys have to give me the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the real-time simulation or the quick-time simulation during the regular season. I know what I'm freaking doing, man. All right, so let us get back our injured players. It's going to be Ethan Bear going back into the defensive court instead of Madison Bowie. And Madison Bowie is a great defensive pickup. I didn't even know that he worked out, but every lineup that he goes in, he gets a +1 or a +3. So he's a really good acquisition for us. And then down there in the AHL, how is that face cage going? Simeon Durr, he hasn't broken his nose since. It seems like it's working out. I think it was you, because I got to get Hallander back in there. Or Robertson. So Hallander was on the third line. Robertson was the first line center. There you go. Robertson. And we have a crap ton of draft picks by trading away those two, those defensemen in the offseason. And we still have these playmakers. Jacob Peltier. Jesus, 29 games played, 4 goals. What kind of playmaker are you, buddy? No assists whatsoever. Can I get like a better first liner for him? It's because I got 2 playmakers in Robertson and Peltier. What if I go like right wing? What if I go like you? Because I'd like to get Robertson going somehow. No, it's just because we have 2 playmakers. Don't worry about it. Just deal with it. You're fine. Scratch players. Am I forgetting anyone? Giovanni, Hervinen, Kral. Bunch of top 6 defensemen. I don't care about them. We're fine. All right. So there's the AHL. Welcome back, Ethan Bear. And we are halfway through the season. Your Toronto Maple Leafs are leading the Atlantic Division, ladies and gentlemen. So again, I know what I'm doing here. I know how to grow a team. And I think a lot of people as well, they see all the trades that I made, and all they can see is the value that I've left on the table. You're not thinking about what these Toronto Maple Leafs already have, right? I have more offensive threats here in Toronto than we did with Seattle in their dynasty stage. Think about the players that we had in Seattle. Lafreniere, Pressburg, sure. But they brought players up. You know what I mean? Like, they brought Kubalik and Anderson up. Nylander was brought up. I have guys like Austin Matthews, a legit 92. Mitch Marner, a legit 92. Nylander and Tavares, legit 90s. And they're not power forwards or two-way forwards. They're snipers and playmakers. So the team is already going to simulate well. I just gotta work out the salary cap situation. I gotta make sure that I can keep the team together and not get screwed with salary. So that's why that's really the main priority. Like I said, asset management, ladies and gentlemen. Asset management here in Toronto. So Toronto player John Merrill's been injured with a mild concussion. I want to go in here. I want to see what happens when I put Madison Bowie on the first line alongside of Morgan Riley, because they're both two-way defenders. I don't know if this will work. Madison in there. You're great, Madison. You are a great injury replacement. Goes in there, doesn't hurt the line whatsoever. Playing first line ice time with Morgan Riley. Get it done, my man. Asset management. Shut up, Johnny. Shut up. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get John Merrill right back in there. So we're at the All-Star break. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have gone an entire lifetime of NHL on current gen without them having an all-star game in either Be a Pro or franchise mode. Perhaps in the Xbox 2 or PS5 or whatever the hell's coming out next. 4-3 loss, 2-0 victory over the Rangers. The Dallas Stars have fired head coach Kenny Bruce. Now let's see how good that Kenny Bruce guy is. I don't want to fire our head coach Kalista. But, because we missed out on that Detroit Red Wing head coach, right? Hang on a second. See if he fits? Yeah, I'm going to. NHL head coach. Kaliko is still doing it. I could call him Kalista. I don't know why. Bruce. Nah, they're all defensemen. All these defenseman coaches have no success because they don't get the chemistry with the offensive players. There's one way to build a team in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Snipers, playmakers, and power forwards. Those poor defensive coaches. Although, I do think they made it so that two-way forwards and defensemen can get a +5 now. I think I've seen it. So they might have made it. I might have to try a GM mode series where we go after like a defensive coach and build like a goaltender. Wow, because goalie stats matter now. Could you imagine? I build a team that like just shuts out everyone. That'd be nice. It'd be fun to try. Let me get Robertson back in there. He's a good prospect. I want to keep him playing. Casilla, get your ass out of there. Robertson, get your ass back in there. Bang, he's injured. I don't care. All right, so 32, 16, and 5. I don't know if we're going to win the President's Trophy with a record like this. The regulation losses are piling up. The Boston Bruins have fired head coach Caden Gal... Are the Nightmare Bruins cleared from our path? Like LeBron, when he went to the Lakers, cleared from the path of the Raptors? Now the Bruins are clear from the path of the Leafs? Yes! Boston is dead last in the Atlantic Division, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Oh, thank God. All right, so if we're going to win the Stanley Cup, we need Boston to be the hell out of our way. Holy shit. We have a Battle of Ontario brewing here in round number 1. Ottawa versus Toronto. Can you imagine? Okay. So Austin Matthews' goal totals came way back down. Dear God. He was like goal per game at like the 24 game mark. So I just want to go past this Detroit game. Just want to see what the potential trade baits are, because I see myself maybe going for Marc Andre-Fleury if he's still available, getting like a third for him. He can ride the pine, but if the playoffs come and Korpisalo and Reimer aren't getting it done, an 87 overall goaltender might be what we want to do. I don't know. There also might be some players that we could get that could help us out in the future. I don't know. But here we are. Trade deadline. Your Toronto Maple Leafs are going to make the playoffs again. Austin Matthews doing Austin Matthews things. 80 points, tied with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, we're tied for first in the NHL. So we actually are a President's Trophy team right here. So let's take a look at these individual player stats and see who's doing what, shall we? Bruins going to pull a Blues? Yeah, maybe. They get the right coach and they get it turned around, right? All right, so hang on a second. All right, so Atlantic Division. Goals for per game. This should be one of our strengths. Tampa's at 3.58. We're at 3.55. So we're scoring the same as Tampa. Goals against, much worse, but they have Vasilevsky. So if goalie stats matter now, that's cool. Power play percentage, though. Detroit is tops. We're second. Penalty kill? It's gotten better. It was 73 before. It's still the worst in our division. I don't know. I have no clue why. Just deal with it, all right? So there are the team stats. I have no clue why. No clue why our friggin' penalty kill does not work. Forwards. All right, so Matthews, 69 and 62 plus 16. Tavares, 69 and 62 plus 21. Marner, 64 and 62 plus 21. Nylander, 63 and 62 and plus 7. So this is what I mean about these Leaf squad. Don't worry so much about what I'm doing with the rest of the team. We decided to keep William Nylander. And we're keeping these core 4 together. And the core 4 is going to be here for like the next 6 years, all right? And we're going to try to win a cup with these guys. What I have to do is surround them with guys like Mikhail Grigorenko. 40 points in 62 games played. At what? At what? $1.75 million. That's what you need, all right? Where is he? Warren Foulkes. 16 goals, 15 assists, 31 points, a +9. In what? For what? 7 years, 1.750, all right? Puya Harvey, 32 points. Sam Steele, all right, it's only 38. Well, 38 points is nice, but a -4. So I think Mikheyev, we got to upgrade from. That third line left, if we're going to go for a Stanley Cup, a third line left wing that we could run for the next 2 years. Same thing as Steele, same thing as Puya Harvey. I don't know, because Mikheyev, he's not killing penalties very well. And he's an even play. Mikheyev could definitely be upgraded from. Korshkov, Lizotte, and Lehkonen, they're not doing bad. Defenseman, and that's why we gave him the contract, all right? Morgan Riley, +21 alongside of John Merrill, beautiful. Ethan Bear, now we want to grow Ethan Bear. This is more like it, all right? Last season, 25 points, +28. This season, he's already got 32 in 59 games played. So he's going to start growing. Gavrikov, Merrill, Liljegren, and what about, all right, Korpisalo, he got his numbers up. He got his numbers up. So if he has a season where he finishes with a save percentage above like .905, a goals against below .275, he might turn to 84 overall for next season, then 85, and like we have him for 4 more years after this season. So I like it. I like it. All right, so the trade deadline, ladies and gentlemen. Let me update. You know what? I'll update the trading block once. Yeah, we'll just go into the trade deadline. I'll see it this way. I don't want to take anything away from this game mode. This game mode is pretty cool. So let us, Philip Hallander, replace player. Probably be a good idea to save the game right now, just because it's a new game mode, and if it freezes, I don't need to lose all this stuff. So create new file. Johnny, check Kaliko's PK stats. I think we did that last year, my man. Kaliko's a top-notch scout. He's got a top-notch coach. He's got everything. A+ for penalty kill. I don't know what it is. I think it's just we don't have the +3s on the penalty kill. Or it might be the goaltender, or it might be the snipers and playmakers. Don't know, man. Do not know. But that's okay. You know, as long as we're scoring goals, once we get to the playoffs, things change. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Last game before the trade deadline. Update the trade status. All right, so I will be a buyer. All right. Enter the trade deadline. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time for the trade deadline. Bang! All right. For this, ladies and gents, we have to bring up the Twitch Scouts. They may help us out with something. Let me get these Twitch Scouts in an area where you can see all the information on the screen still, all right? There you go, Scouts. Go to work, all right? Help me out. What do we got? We got Igor Shesterkin. They didn't sign him? Shesterkin is an RFA the entire year. What the hell? Man, that was that Jonathan Taves trade. It must have been. They didn't have enough money to be able to re-sign Igor. John Klinberg, what has he got? 1 year left, 88 overall. Now that's an example of like if we were Seattle after 2 cups, you go for John Klinberg. Trade alert: Edmonton Oilers trade a 2nd and a 3rd to New Jersey in exchange for Will Butcher. Wow, Edmonton getting themselves a solid 2-way defender right there. Okay. Very nice, Edmonton. Very nice. You got Braden Holtby, a goaltender. Value's way up there, though. The point about Klinberg, though, I could go after him for 1 year, let him walk, like we did with Carlson, what we did with Hanifin, but I can't do that here with Toronto. All right, we're not there yet. Brent Burns, Shea Weber. Hang on. Chicago, trade alert. Chicago is going to trade Tham, a 5th, and Hagel to Detroit in exchange for Edler, Stetcher, and Zajac. Detroit dumping veterans and salary to Chicago for a bunch of picks and prospects. Very nice. Let's go down the list. Marc Andre-Fleury. Now, I do like that Marc Andre-Fleury trade value. A backup goalie for the playoff run. I would still want to run with Korpisalo, but having Marc Andre-Fleury at 86, that's nice, man. That's low. That is low for Marc-Andre, I know. Next trade, Vancouver. Vancouver trades Tyler Myers, Hall, a 4th, and a 4th to the Arizona Coyotes in exchange for Soderstrom and Protvetsov. So they got themselves a young defenseman in Soderstrom. Wow, interesting. Jordan Eberle, Rasmus Ristolainen. 1 year, 2-way defender, new. All right, so let's go to all available players. Let me just go through the list here. We're looking for maybe a 3rd-line power forward, all right? So I got my eyes on that. Brock Nelson, center, though. That doesn't work out. He's got 1 year. That's a lot. No, 4 years left. No, thank you. Foligno, no. Jake Muzzin, no. Captain Keith Yandel, no. Neil Pionk, no. Radulov, no. Pavelski, no. Crawford, no. Charlie Coyle, 5 years left, no. Nick Leddy, Bonino, no. Anders Lee, 5 years left, no. Jalmerson, no. Tyler Ballsack, no, I'm not taking you back. Dustin Byfuglin, no. Jonathan Quick, no. Bjugstad is the power forward, but he plays center, so we can't do that. Craig Smith, no. Anton Strawman, no. Cam Talbot, no. Vakinen, Edmondson. We got another trade alert, ladies and gentlemen. Nashville trading a 1st and a 3rd to the Islanders in exchange for Josh Bailey. Wow, the friggin' Predators are taking on salary, man. They got Yossi, they got Ellis, they got Janssen, they got friggin' who else? Another center, Duchesne. That's crazy. Boychuk, Nemestikov, DiPietro, Kincaid, Bluger. How good? 80 overall. Yeah, I don't see any power forwards that are available here, ladies and gents. I do not see any power forwards. Nope. 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 All right. So I really don't see much available. We could go after Marc-Andre Fleury. Now, Jim Reimer is our backup, but if a goalie goes down with an injury in the playoffs, that's not crazy. Now, hang on. Salary cap situation, Marc-Andre. Let me see. Flower. Hang on, boys. I want to hold on to Reimer because that's the story. I want to keep Reimer for the year. All right. I could give you this guy Wall, but he could be a guy for us in the future. Now, another trade alert. Hang on. Let's do with the Islanders. Islanders trade Nick Leddy to the Carolina Hurricanes in exchange for a 1st. Jesus, the Canes love their defensemen. All right, so let's see what they have. Definitely go for it. Yeah, it does make sense. Do they have a backup? They don't have a back. Well, they do, kind of. I could see them wanting a backup in exchange for this. So, what do they want? I'm not giving you a roster player. I would just drop, like, one of our guys. They You want this guy Juju for the playoff run, a grinder. They can bring him up. All right. Straight up. For Marc Andre-Fleury. What do you guys think about that, Twitch Scouts? What do you guys think? Green? The only thing is this could hurt our salary cap. Well, if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to give you the value, you're going to retain some. It's 1 year. So I might still want that third liner, right? Okay. So, all right. Hang on a second. Trade alert for the Boston Bruins. Boston Bruins, Steven Johnson, the New York Rangers in exchange for a first. All right. Now let me see. Does he have any extension on him? Because you never know. The computers might have offered him an extension. No, they did not. You need a pick. I don't need a pick. We're good for picks. We're giving up nothing here to get a goalie. Like I said, we're not giving up a lot here. So I'll try to get a third. All right. Juju, retain for Fleury and a third. All right. Will it go through? No, it did not. All right, so, yeah, it's because we're asking them to retain a lot of money. I'll try to get a fourth back. If this doesn't go through, I'm just going to go for it by itself. Will it go through? Trade rejected. No. All right, by itself. Fleury, a third goalie for me, and Karia, whatever his name is. Woo! All right. See, this makes more sense to me. I'd have to give up something. All right, I got a crap ton of draft picks next year. I'll give you a third. Bang! Yeah. Reimer has to be moved down. Waiver eligible. I don't like that. I do not like that. Okay, so I got Madison back. I can send one of my forwards down. I don't need two of my forwards. Korshkov, Anderson, Joey Anderson. Cedric Paquette. Paquette is up on the team as the backup. Paquette making 1 year, 2 point. Anderson. I'll hold on to Paquette for the playoffs. Joey Anderson. All right, gotta go. Gotta go. All right, Joey Anderson was a roster player, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to send him to the Vegas Golden Knights for Marc Andre-Fleury. Trade alert, Florida Panthers trade Bluger, a fourth in exchange for Askarov. Oh my God. The Nashville Predators just traded their medium elite gold prospect goaltender to the Florida Panthers, man. Askarov freaking fleeced. Get rid of the third? Well, I'm still getting them to retain money. So maybe if I give you a third, you can give me back a fourth as well. There you go. All right, so Juju, a third, and Anderson for Fleury, a retained half, and a fourth. Boston, they're going to trade. Let's see what they do. Bruins trade Vakinen and Hjalmarsson to Philly in exchange for a second, Ratcliffe and Yakupov. So yeah, the Boston Bruins are selling. Proposed trade. Will it go through? Bang, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! The Toronto Maple Leafs get themselves a goalie for the playoff run. Holy shit, Seth Jones is available. Holy shit. Now, you talk about going for a Stanley Cup. That is another example. Like, upgrade Merrill. You get 1 year. 1 year. You know what I mean? Like, watch. 1 year. You go this. Trade alert. Uh-oh. I missed that trade. What did the Montreal Canadiens trade? I missed it. Sorry. All right, so Merrill. Now, that would just be the roster. What would they want? Robertson, Peltier. Oh, Jones has been taken off the trading block. Columbus Blue Jackets in exchange for Evander Kane. They just made the trade and Seth Jones is off the block. Wow. I was just about to make a trade. That's cool. The GM's like, no. We just traded away Evander Kane. We're going to keep him. We got the money now. That's cool. I like that, though. It doesn't matter why it happened. It's cool. I like it. I like an interactive, updated, what's they call GM mode here. This is cool. All right. So 9:18 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. I could certainly use, I want to see available. I could certainly use like a power forward. All right. So let me just go like a middle six power, like Richie would be. Well. That's the one. Left wing. That's the one. Nick Ritchie. Yo, Boston, you're not going anywhere this year. You want to help us out? Let me see what they got Has Richie been given an extension at all? Richie. No extension. I gotta be quick. They might take him. Okay, so Richie. Who you gonna... I gotta get a roster player for this. Korshkov, I'd like to hold on. Mikheyev. He's gotta go. He's not killing on penalties anymore. Or Lehkonen. It's Korshkov or Mikheyev. Which one, boys? I like Korshkov because I like Mikheyev. It doesn't work. Let's see Mikheyev. He's working on the third line. He's got 3. He's not killing penalties. Our penalty kill is horrible. Yeah, it's Mikheyev. Sorry, Mikheyev. Blowing it all up. Columbus, trade alert. Columbus trades a second peak to Montreal in exchange for Philippe Danault. And a third. All right. So the Montreal is dropping Philippe, Mikheyev, and so they're getting Mikheyev back. Okay. Very good. Now they need something because they don't want Mikheyev. What do you guys want? I got to give them something good here. I'm getting Richie. Cairns, hell no. Bear, Robertson, Pelletier, Butsayev. All my top prospects. Hendry. Broken nose. Or I could just go draft pick. Want draft picks for next season? Ooh, they do. They want seconds. Okay. You can have my second for next year. I still got a crap ton of seconds for next season. So Mikheyev and a second for a 1-year rental. Sound good? Green light. I'm not fleecing them, right? They are taking on some salary, but they're going to be fun. Hang on. Let me make sure they're okay for salary. What's their salary cap situation? They got Tuukka for another year. They're going to free up Halak's 2.2. Defenseman. Tampa Bay making a trade. Hang on a second here. Rochette and Fall to the LA Kings in exchange for a third, and Anderson and DiPietro. All right, so they have McAvoy, who they got to give a contract, but they already got the extension there. Captain Keith's contract is going to be off in 2 years. Carlo they have signed. Tamiris, Grzelcyk. They have their blue line locked up, so I'm not hurting that. And then the forward core, Pasternak is locked. Bergeron, they've already got the extension. Marchand, they have locked. Kasha, they have locked. Coyle. Yeah, they already have everyone locked that they need to. Yeah, so I'm not hurting them out at all with this. Yeah, I'm not hurting them out at all with this. All right, so a second and Mikheyev for Nick Ritchie. You know what I'll do? Just so I got that flexibility if I want to make some more trades here. All right, you guys say ask for a pick back now. I'll ask for the retained salary. So sorry, Ilya Mikheyev, but the blow-up continues. And the second rounder, I got plenty for next year. Nick Ritchie, welcome to the Toronto Maple Leafs, ladies and gentlemen. Bang, there it is. All right. So third line now is going to be Sam Steele, Jesse Puljujarvi, Jake Muzzin to back. No, I can't do that. You're going to look to turn your... No. Decline that trade. Sorry, Dallas. I don't want Jake Muzzin back. Actual clown. Hey, if you guys think that I'm getting fleeced in these trades, so be it. What did I say when we started the series? The one thing I don't want to be accused of is fleecing the computers. So I'll take all those criticisms about not getting enough back. I want to make my trade somewhat realistic, all right? And I think it's a good trade because now it gives me an hour left to make any more changes that I need to make, all right? So the Buffalo Sabres, oh my God, they got rid of Okposo's contract to the Montreal Canadiens in exchange for Joel Edmondson. You idiots! You bloody fools! All right, okay, so let me think. Fourth line, I could use some two-way forwards just in case. So let me go through the list here. Rasmussen, hell no. Gergensons, no. Armia, no. Curtis Laser, 77. No. Calgary. Dunham, no. Trade alert. Here we go. Nashville trades a second and a fourth to Detroit in exchange for a third and Nemesnikov. Man, Nashville is loading up for a playoff push, ladies and gents. They got a lot. I gotta stop saying ladies and gents. Fuck. I say it all the time. Columbus, nobody. Dallas, Klingberg, Muzzin, Radulov. Man, they are going on a full-on fire sale. Joe Pavelski, fourth line. Remember, that's why I've been retaining all that salary so that I can bring in a guy like this. Joe Pavelski, fourth line. Let's see what he's doing. That could be a penalty kill for us. I know he's going to play well. Veteran leadership, yep. Doesn't take penalties as well. Hell yes. What are we doing defensively? Hell yes. Doesn't throw bodies, though, which gets me thinking he's more of like a playmaker. But I could always get like a power forward. Korshkov is alongside of him. Now, if I'm going to trade him, it's Lizotte. And then I got Lehkonen, I got a power forward, sniper, two-way forward. So two-way forwards and a power forward is might one we want to switch to. All right, time is ticking. I know. Joe Pavelski. So, you guys want Joe, or do you want to go with Lehkonen and Lizotte as our fourth line? I mean, 24, he's good. But this is clearly, you know, this is clearly a playoff push. We're not giving up too much here. We are not giving up too much. Joe? All right, so then Lehkonen's gone as well. Keeping Korshkov. All right, so I got to be quick. All right, Jim Superbman, let's go, buddy. You got to be quick with this. Lizotte, what do you guys want here in Dallas? What the hell do you guys want? All right, I'll give you something. Hendry? Hell no. You want draft picks? I got my first, got my second, keep my 2/3. What do you got for next year? I have 3 seconds. What the hell happened? Oh, Rasmus Ristolainen for a second. And Robertson, get the hell out of here. They better have that same... you son of a bitch. What? Fuck. Son of a... What? Dallas. Son of a bitch. Dallas. Pavelski. Maybe that was a sign. Maybe that was a sign. Jason Dickinson. Get Joe Pavelski and Dickinson for the fourth line. Does he hit? He does hit. Hell yes. All right, I'm going to get 2-1 here. I'm going to get 2-1. Bang, bang. All right. Hey, fucking 14 minutes. Come on! Not that one. You stupid fool. The trade deadline is coming to a close, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Superbman working the phones quickly to try to get this trade go through. Lizotte, Lehkonen, and a draft pick. Hurry the fuck up, you idiot. Hurry! Forwards. Lizotte, Lehkonen. Draft picks. Hurry the... Yo, you son of a bitch. The Dallas Star. Oh my God. Yeah, have a blast, ladies and gentlemen. Have a blast. Yes. So I think that is I don't know if it's a glitch or what, EA Sports, but I'm trying to make a last-minute trade with the Dallas Stars, and what do they call me on the other line? And so I gotta hang up and I lose all pros. Oh, well, that's what I get for waiting to the last minute, ladies and gentlemen. No, in all realism, like, I like that. The Columbus trade with Seth Jones, who I more than likely was not going through with. I just wanted to see what I could do. That got taken off the table right in front of me. And then the Dallas Stars one as well. That's hilarious. I really like the new trade deadline. I really do. So let's get a little recap here. Will Butchers, if you guys want to take a look at any lineups, you let me know. Will Butcher goes to Edmonton. Edler going to Chicago. Myers to Arizona, stacking up. Islanders getting themselves some draft picks. Nashville was another team. They got themselves Josh Bailey. Nick Leddy going to Carolina. Boston acquiring draft picks. Askarov, my God. Florida. Teddy Bluger and a fourth for Askarov. Who the hell is Teddy Bluger? Isn't Askarov like a... What? We're going to take a look at Teddy Bluger on Nashville. I want to see what kind of numbers he's put up this year. Boston. There's our trade. Toronto acquires Marc Andre-Fleury. That's a big one. That is a big one, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so Evander Kane. Evander Kane going to Ottawa. Ooh, for the Battle of Ontario, that might be shaping up. Mikheyev goes to Boston. All right, so a good one. A good one. Do I have to make the line changes again now? Wait a minute. Power of video editing. Okay, so fun time editing those lines. Holy shit, John Tavares passed Austin Matthews? Look at that. The veteran turning up his game as the regular season goes on. Good. So we're in a position now to do some serious damage in the playoffs. Now, what did I say about the Boston Bruins at the beginning of the video? We're clearly not as good as the Boston Bruins. Well, last year when we matched up against them in the first round, they had their way with us, the 391 overall players. Then they lost in Game 7 to the Tampa Bay Lightning, who went on to win the Stanley Cup. Now, Boston fired their head coach, and they're actually dead last in our division this year, 24, 34, and 3. So it looks like that older core starts to age out. Maybe Patrice Bergeron drops, Zdeno Chara might have retired. So Boston is actually clear from our path. But the Tampa Bay Lightning are still clearly the best team in the NHL. Now, we might be higher now than I thought. because at the start of the video I said we're not quite there. We're a step right below them, but we just have to make sure that I don't screw ourselves for the future, and eventually one of these years we're going to take that spot that Tampa Bay currently has, because they are older than us and they're going to have salary cap issues as well. So if we quickly just take a look at these Tampa Bay Lightning, who are only 2 points ahead of us now, right? So injuries. No, they have a clean bill of health, right? Point, Kucherov, and Killorn. So they're doing kind of the same thing that we're doing. We have Matthews, we have Marner, and then we have Warren Foegele. So very similar there. Kucherov is a 93. I'm not saying that we have them beat, not saying that they have us beat, but we're starting to match them now. Second line, Stammer, Palat, and Johnson. Look at that. We have Tavares and Nylander. I'd say our second line is actually better than their second line now. Third line, with the acquisitions of Puljujärvi, Sam Steele, and now Nick Ritchie, our third line is actually better than theirs. And our fourth line is actually not playing that bad. So I think we've caught them on the forward core. Defensively, though, this is where they still have us. Hedman is one of a kind. Morgan Rielly is not Victor Hedman, all right? 92 overall defenseman compared to an 88. Those extra 4 points matter. And he's playing alongside of an 86, where we have John Merrill at 82. So the real-time sim's going to hurt us there. Sergachev, we have Ethan Bear, we have Liljegren. They're kind of similar, but Sergachev is still a little bit higher up, and then their depth has fallen off, but this is the big time difference. 91 overall. For any advantage that we may have on the defensive core of things and the forward core, bang! And if goalie stats now matter, Vasilevsky, that's the big one. So we're still trying to catch the Tampa Bay Lightning, but we're in it. I'll call us a cup contender now. We are, and our future still looks very bright. So we have, I didn't even show you guys the lines, right? We edited the lines. I didn't show the YouTube crowd when I came back. Hang on a second. Sometimes I forget where I am, ladies and gents. I got two crowds of people I got to try to entertain. So, our brand new look Leaf squad for the year 2 playoff run. Still got Fogues, Matthews, and Nylander, Grigorenko, Tavares, Marner. And here's where the third line is really interesting. And this gives us the flexibility to make moves come the playoffs. If we feel like we need to stack the first line, well, I can move Puljujärvi up to that second line, right? There you got that sniper there. I can move even Korshkov up. Not Korshkov, sorry. I got Sam Steele. Lehkonen, there you go. I can move Lehkonen up instead of Grigorenko. We can move Foegele down instead of Sam Steele. Like, there's lots of different things that we can mix and match now that we have a fully functioning third and fourth line even. The fourth line, Lizotte, Lehkonen, and Korshkov, we could certainly improve on those guys going forward. Like a bunch of two-way forwards, I would have loved to have had Dickinson and what's his name, Joe Pavelski down there with Korshkov. But they got the +1, and I'm hoping that they're going to do fine. We just got to rely on our big-time guns, all right? But that third line looks really nice right now. I love that third line. Our defensive core, I like. It's just John Merrill and Gavrikov, when it comes to the real-time sim, might be a little bit low. Gavrikov is still growing, though. But Shillington, Liljegren, and Ethan Bear should all get some nice growth from this year. And here's the big one, Marc Andre-Fleury. So if we get into a Stanley Cup playoffs, and I notice that my goaltending or my defensive or my penalty kill is just not there, we're going to run with Marc-Andre. But I still want to try to go with Korpisalo. So what we've done is we've turned off automated goalie rotations. From now to the end of the year, we're going to track these two goalies and see who has the better run of it. If Marc-Andre-Fleury is clearly better and goalie stats matter, then I think we found our playoff run goalie while still holding on to Korpisalo for next season. Because if he has a good regular season, then he should grow. So I'm going to try to have a good finish to the year here with Korpisalo before having that weapon of Marc-Andre-Fleury to go with, all right? So we have the Philadelphia Flyers, we have the Buffalo Sabres, the Tampa Bay Lightning, Chicago Blackhawks. I'm going to give each goalie 3 games. If they lose 2 or more, then they're out, all right? If they win 2, then they get another 3. So let's see what they can do. We have Korpisalo for the next 3 games. Philly, Buffalo, and Tampa Bay. I'm not going to pull the rug out from underneath them after 1 loss, all right? Nicholas Robertson's been injured with a fractured jaw. That's down there in the AHL. I'm just going to replace him. Up against Buffalo, Adam Brooks has been injured with a pulled groin. Going to replace him. That's a shootout loss. And that's a loss to Tampa Bay. So Korpisalo, he lost 2, but I'm not going to blame him for he didn't get a win in regulation. But I'm going to go to Marc-Andre-Fleury. We're going to see what the Flower can do for us, all right? So let's back out. I know I got some micromanaging here. It's not the greatest, but we have to do our pre-scouting. This is a year where we can make some noise in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We're not going to have to face off against Tampa or Boston in round number 1. And maybe they lose, and by the time we get to round 2, we got a new squad. So this is a year magic could happen, ladies and gents. So 3 games for Marc-Andre-Fleury. Chicago, Nashville, and Florida. Let's see what he does. Come on now. Philip Allender. Yeah, let's go. Oh, you know what? I can actually go best lines now for the AHL because we traded away a bunch of guys. That's a 1-0 loss. So that's actually a good game for Flower. The offense wasn't there. It's a 5-4 loss and a 5-1 victory. So, you know what? He actually had 2 good games. I'm going to give him another 3. Boston, Florida, and Carolina. Let's see what he does. Because the first game was a good game. Okay, so that game 1 wasn't good. I'm going to go best lines for the AHL. Nicholas Robertson. Against Boston, we lose 4-1. Against Florida, man, what the hell? You guys don't want to show up when Marc-Andre-Fleury's out there? Replaced player. And then a shootout victory. So our offense is shriveled up here recently with Marc-Andre-Fleury in the net. He had 2 games where he loses 1-0. What the hell? Thanks for showing up, boys. Thanks for helping out the vet. Alright, so goaltenders. Let me get Jonas Korpisalo back in there. And then the defensive side of things. Madison Bowie is just going to jump right in for John Merrill, who is injured. Hopefully we don't have another injury to a defenseman, because I'm going to have to lose somebody in the waivers, bringing up players. It's going to be a whole mess. Hopefully we're good. We got friggin' 3 defensemen, man. Move up, Lily. No, I want Lily to continue to get the +3 with Shilly. Alright, I want them to have good regular seasons. All right, so let's go 3 more games. Calgary, Carolina, and Columbus. The 3 C's, baby. Come on now, Korpisalo. Show us why you're a goalie that I gave a 4-year extension to. Shootout win and only 1 goal against through regulation. Good. Carolina. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so Jonas Korpisalo, 3 good games in a row. 1 goal against, a shutout, and then 2 goal against. Korpisalo, you get another 3, buddy. All right, you get Winnipeg, you get Buffalo, you get Carolina. Korpisalo having himself a few good games. Yes, that's another W. Best lines for the AHL. All right, so Korpisalo on a 4-game winning streak. 6-4 loss to Buffalo. All right, don't worry about it, my man. I will get John Merrill right back in there. I want to try to win the division here, all right? So, Merrill, where are you? Madison Bowie, get your ass off the team. John Merrill, get your ass on the team. Bang. All right, so John Merrill, you might be injured. He'll be all right. I don't have the game for like 3 days. All right, so Kosala, Jesus, a lot of injuries happening down there in the AHL. Jonas Korpisalo injured with an injured arm. That's what we traded for a goaltender, boys. Yes. All right, head coach, replace player. Oh my God, absolutely beautiful. So Reimer time. Now it's Fleury time. Fleury's getting the nod, but yeah, I'm glad we made the trade for the goalie now, because if we do have an injury to our goaltender with the increased goalie stats, yeah, so Fleury, get your ass in there. All right, beautiful. So it worked out. We traded for the goalie, and we had a goalie injury. It's not going to be too long, but still, we're not going to suffer for the regular season for that at all. So let's see. How many games left? We have 4 games remaining, ladies and gents. You know what? We can actually track this from the menu screen, because the President's Trophy is on the line. We're only 1 point behind the Tampa Bay Lightning, although the Carolina Hurricanes have taken off. I don't think we're catching them. We only have 4 games remaining, a possible 8 points. They'd have to lose every single game. Carolina really took off. Oh, God, not again. Not again. All right, so game up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, this could be... You know what's interesting? This could be a playoff matchup for us in the second round. Let's go with these guys and Marc-Andre-Fleury in the net. And using the real-time simulation... Let's see if we can get a little bit of a demonstration of what could be in store for us. All right, real-time sim, the entire game up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's see how our Leafs do with Marc-Andre-Fleury in the net. So do goalie stats matter in the real-time sim? If they do, we certainly put ourselves in a better position. Long freaking penalty kill. What the hell? Oh my God. 12 shots to 2. You guys want to stop taking penalties? And Austin Matthews is going to score on Andrei Vasilevskiy. So we got into trouble with minor penalties there in the first period. Marc-Andre-Fleury played very well for us. 14 shots to 6 in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Another power play for Tampa Bay. 5-on-3. What are we doing? It's halfway through the game and we've spent like half of that time killing penalties. They're out shooting us by double, and it's not because they're outplaying us. It's because we're spending all of our time on the penalty kill. What the hell, man? To the end of the second period, we might have just made one of the greatest trades in the history of GM mode. If goalie stats now matter, the Flower. My God, flower power. Third period underway. William Nylander's going to score on Andre Vasilevsky. I might have just made a low-key superstar trade that I didn't even expect much from, just based on previous history with GM mode. The Flower, though. He has just shut out the Tampa Bay Lightning. Okay. That is an example of the kind of wins that we need in the playoffs. Because we're going to have games where we get 4, 5, 6 goals. Our team is built for offense. But if we can have games where our goalie steals against the best team in the NHL, Tampa, a team that averages more goals for per game, ooh, I like that trade all of a sudden. Now, that might have been coincidence. I don't know. But Marc Andre-Fleury just proved himself to be very valuable now that the playoffs are right around the corner. Okay. Well, that might have just made our decision to play whoever we want in Game 1 a lot easier. If Korpisalo doesn't get back for Game 1, we got to go with Fleury. And then if Fleury wins, you got to go with the hot hand. Good. I don't have to make a decision. All right, so next game up against the Ottawa Senators. So we are ahead of the Lightning now by 1 point. Come on, we got to run the table. Beat the stupid-ass Ottawa Senators. Come on. 2-1 victory. The Flower. I was only allowed 1 goal over the last 120 minutes. Okay. Austin Matthews hits the 50-goal mark for the first time in his career. Let's see, the Hurricanes are at 103. We are at 100. We can get to 104. The Hurricanes, they still have 3 games remaining, though. There's no way. We have 3-point lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. 1 more win, and I don't think they can't catch us. 1 more win up against Boston to cement the division. Shit! Continue. 4-1 loss. Ooh. Let's see. Well, we won the President's, ladies and gentlemen. We won the President's Trophy. So the fact that we won the President's Trophy means I need to avoid any potential nonsense in the final game of the year. Jim, get your ass in there, all right, my man? Load management for both my goalies. I'm going to need both of them. All right. Did I say we won the Presidents? I meant we won the division. Sorry. I meant we won the division. We won the division, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. I did not mean the Presidents. We won the division. All right, look at all these Twitch scouts. I mean, they just love the chance to rip on me. You said this word, not this word. You're an effing failure. Nothing about the hour-and-a-half unscripted live stream I've been doing. Like, they all act like they could do it. Fuck, sons of bitches. All right. So we got the division. That's good. We have Jim Reimer in the last game of the regular season. Let's get the last game done. 6-2 loss to Buffalo. That's all right, though. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the playoffs for year number 2. Good job, boys. Good job. All right, so there's still some games to be played here. There you go. 82. Everybody now has played 82. Let me just save the file just in case. We don't need any shenanigans happening. Overwrite. Bang. Very nice. All right. And let's take a look at how your Toronto Maple Leafs played throughout the course of that regular season. All right, so the Atlantic Division, we are at the top's good. Goals for per game. How is Detroit scoring that much? But they're allowing that much. It's wild, man. So we're second for goals for per game, so we're certainly scoring enough, and that's going to be a weapon for us in the playoffs. Goals against per game. All right. We actually got it to second best. So, yeah, we're a good team. So all those criticisms about Sandin and Brody, and in fact, we can take a look at all those individual stats right now. I just disagree. I think our team is as good as it's ever been. 77, yeah, it's the worst penalty kill in the division. How? I don't know. I don't get it. Player stats. All right, so Austin Matthews officially has the 50-goal season for the first time. All right, plus 24. Like I said, if we're going to win in the playoffs, it's going to be because of our 92 overall players going off. I need Matthews, Tavares, Nylander, and Marner to go off. Nylander, 86 and 82. Tavares, 78 in 82. Marner, 76 and 82. So our top guys are all point per game. They're all pluses. Sam Steele on the third line, -6. Warren Fogle, 45 points. Grigorenko, 45 points. These two guys are just incredibly similar. Getting paid the exact same contract, getting the exact same amount of points. It's great. Richie, Puljujärvi, Korshkov, Lizette, and Lehkonen. Good job. Defenseman, there he is. That's why we paid him 8.750. Morgan Riley getting it done. Ethan Baird, 36. John Merrill. The second line actually slowed down there a little bit. And then goaltenders, Korpisalo. All right, so he got a save percentage above 902, 33, 20, and 7. That's good. Reimer had good backup numbers, 9, 2, and 1, contributing to that divisional win. And now we have Marc-Andre ready to go for. He's still exact elite. We can bring him back next year as well. We got him for the playoff run. If goalie stats matter, and I got some goaltending now. All right. Okay, so player stats. Now let's take a look at what some of these players did for the other teams. See if I truly got fleeced. So first up, the Anaheim Ducks. We traded TJ Brody to Anaheim in exchange for Sam Steele. Brody. In 80 games played, he had 18 points, and he was a minus 18. Well, there's the trade value screwing over the computer once again. So I think I fleeced them there. Let's see about Rasmus Sandin on the Calgary Flames. Rasmus, 23 points on -4 in 82 games played. However, he is 83 overall. So I see what you guys are saying. He had the value, but we just won our division. Shillington had a great season, and I can sign him long-term starting in free agency, right? So it just didn't fit. And so I made a trade that benefited our squad. And with all the draft picks that we had, we then acquired Marc-Andre-Fleury. We acquired Nick Ritchie. We have draft picks for the upcoming draft. I see what you guys are saying. I probably could have got a little bit more, but it's not a bad trade. We got what we needed for our team. The Dallas Stars, Jake Muzzin. 29 points, and that's a good season. There's nothing wrong with that for a guy. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. He earned his contract, but I don't know if he did anything for them. And then, what else was there? Dermott. I don't care about Travis Dermott. Virtanen. Who did we trade Virtanen to? Like Vegas? I think it was. And we replaced him with Grigorenko. Hang on. Forwards. Vegas. Virtanen. Yeah. -21, 23, 24. Yeah, he was 85 overall. He would have wanted a big-time contract. Let's see what he got paid. 4.6 over 3 years. Yeah, I'm very happy with this team. Very, very, very happy with this team. All right, so if we go to entire league, all skaters. Let's see. Dylan Strome leading the league in points with Chicago. Dylan Larkin, Patrick Kane. Well, he's playing alongside of Patrick Kane, so that makes sense. Patty Kane got 50 goals. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Austin Matthews. Good job, buddy. What about defensemen? Most points, Torrey Krug on St. Louis, Cale Makar, Chris Letang, Hedman. All right, good. And what about goaltenders? The best goalies with the best save percentage. Carter Hart at a 910. Rittich at a 908. So, yeah, Korpisalo is there. There he is, 902. And remember, he had a really bad start to the year. So, yeah, we just got to get him up to the mid-80s, and maybe he can start playing better. But I think for this year, we're going to run with the Flower in game number 1. I think we should just run with him. Give him that veteran leadership. We got him for this playoffs. Let's see what he can do. And speaking of the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. In round number 1, we have, oh my God, the Penguins from Pittsburgh. Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, all right. The ageless wonders. These guys, yeah, they're certainly getting to the tail end of their careers. I mean, 34, 35. Does he still have he still has the exact frame. All right, so Crosby might as well be 24. Malkin, though, top 6. All right, so he's dropping. He's starting to show some age. Crosby is still Crosby. But that first line, do not sleep on that first line. 95-90, who's really a 95 because it's just like skating that dropped. And then Gensel. And then two-ways, Kapanen two-way. Yeah, it's Bobby Ryan. It's weak, but that first is unbelievable. Letang, Vlasic, not bad. And then goaltenders, oh my God. Oh my God. The story just came to me. Fan art. It's so obvious who we need to start in game number 1. The man who was moved away from that franchise. Marc-Andre-Fleury. Flower power against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh my God. So will Marc-Andre-Fleury be able to get the last laugh against the team that thought Matt Murray was the best bet and now they got Tristan Jarry? Should have just kept Marc-Andre-Fleury. Should have kept that core together. Now I got him. So playoffs, Year number 2. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or the next day. I will send out a YouTube video and a tweet. We'll also be active in Discord. But year 2, round 1, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the old dynasty versus hopefully the next dynasty in the Toronto Maple Leafs. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys there. Hey guys, Johnny here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and make sure notifications are on so you don't miss out on any new content. We also live stream on Twitch where I take days off my life for your entertainment. Sonny Gray, get out of it. You stupid pieces of shit! I should have gone with Jose for Fernandez! Oh my God, pitching change. Fernandez, get your ass in there. Oh, I swear to God, baseball God just decided to all over me. Grand slam, oh yeah. Make me miss the playoffs with a first-ranked team. Year 2, 30 games above 500, no divisional win, trip to the wild card. First inning.